Welcome everybody, Steve here. Well, today, still working on the 72 Ford here. Just doing the odd little thing, getting ready for sale. And one of the things that is wrong is we got a couple of cracked grills. It's only broken in two places, but still, that's going to make a difference when it comes to selling your vehicle. So we're going to freshen these up, make them look like brand newish. And it just slips in there, maybe this way. Just like that, gets screwed in. Really easy installation. And I don't think the repair is going to be that bad either. I've got some plastic repair, and I think we can handle it. You can't just go out and buy one of these all day long. They're hard. Little brother says this front grille isn't even available anymore. So, oh, there's another little crack right there. Minor. We'll get her. First things first, you gotta make sure this is really clean. It's got to be clean to paint anyway. And what I'm doing is just using a really good degreaser. Got a lot of years of muck and guck on these things, so I'm just using a little brush here. Gonna try a plan B here. I'm just gonna use a scuff cloth. And what's gonna end up happening, yeah, see that? That makes a big difference. Wow. I don't know if you can see the difference there. Just by using the scuff cloth, look how nice and clean that is, and the schmuck and guck on here, it's just not getting the dirt off. And then you're gonna kind of do two things at the same time here. Since we are going to paint this, a little bit of a scuff cloth helps with that etch. Get that mechanical bond that you need. We're not going to be sanding it down. You use a plastic paint that's going to it's going to work. You just can't be you know, just blowing over this with some engine enamel. No, you got to use the right paint. Or the right primer. Well, after I cleaned it, you can see a couple more hairline cracks. That one's a break. I've only got two breaks, but I got a couple of hairline cracks that need to be repaired. So what we need to do, take the Dumor, we need to V out these cracks, so that we got somewhere for our adhesive plastic repair to work. Just got to find it. Let me show you what I got. So I keep it in a freezer bag, vacuum sealer bag. Oh my goodness. I could run with those. Not going to do any harm. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's enough patience for that. Oh, man. Okay, what it's on here, what it is. Name brand. Sure Seal. So this one here, when you buy a plastic repair, you can get rigid, semi-rigid, and all that stuff. I think this stuff here is the rigid stuff. Okay, let's get these all V'd out here. Probably find a mask. Pretty simple from this point on. You got to make sure you get her 50-50. That's probably good enough. Yep. Can always make more. Holy cow. This might be getting a little bit old, but it's still going to work. That looks like 50-50 to me. Now you can use a stick, a screwdriver. It's like mixing epoxy. You just got to make sure everything's nice and uniform. Okay, looking good. Now you only got about I don't know, maybe 5 minutes with this stuff, so you got to kind of work fast. So I V'd these out. You know, I don't know what deep is. A little more than a 1/16 of an inch, I would think. You want somewhere for the repair stuff to go, the epoxy. If it's too shallow, it might crack again on you. So you want to make sure you got a little bit of thickness there. Work it in. Now you may need a couple of coats. Chances are we should be able to get her all in one. This one, I have to use my finger. Doesn't take too long to set up, maybe 20 minutes. It's still, you know, not uber hard. Good enough to file. Take your time. I'm using a crosscut file here. You could use some sandpaper, but I prefer to file because this stuff's pretty tough. But go with a light hand, because if you start pushing on it, you might crack it again. This is kind of fun. This is the same stuff that I use to fix steering wheels with. Steering wheels are tough. You can make them look absolutely beautiful, but that heating and getting cold, and old steering wheels are really tough to keep from cracking again though. This must be fun to watch. May have to speed this up. Now I could take a die grinder and do that, but then if I nick it, then that's just more work. I want to get everything nice and straight. Unless you're trying to save the world. Take your time. See this one here, you can see the grill coming through. That's what you want. Even if you file a little bit more, it doesn't matter. We're going to put another coat of something on there. Multiplast. This is just a putty for plastic. It's made by Automotive Art. Just like putting putty on Bondo, except it's made for plastic. Used it a few times now. I bought it when I was fixing my buddy's Porsche. It had some plastic pieces that were broken, and they're still good. Now you really can't, you got to use a specific product for plastic, because really nothing likes to stick to plastic. You know, and I think with technology they've come up with some really good stuff. You can go to the hardware store, and I think JB Weld makes one. Just like that. Yeah, I might add a little bit more right in there, because this stuff is a little stronger than putty. So just got this guy over here to do. Mix up another batch. This is the other side of the grill, and it's got a little hairline crack right here. So we're gonna fix that. Why not? We're here. So I was at the paint store this morning and decided on this silver. It's a SEM plastic, you know, for plastic paint, or for paint for plastic. It's an interior color, so it's going to be more of a matte finish. You can buy the bumper, you know, the silver in the bumper as well, but it's gloss. And I do not want these to be gloss. I think that's gonna work out just fine right here. Time to mix up some putty. So I mentioned before, this is made for plastics, well, multi-surface, and it's just like any other putty. But you don't want to put this on too thick because we've already done the filling. This is just going to look after the file scratches, any minor little imperfections, and then there's a lot of road rash on these. There's one pretty good one right there. Just saw it just as I brought my head up. So we'll fix all those as well. It's getting exciting. This 72 just getting close to being done. Yeah, and we'll keep it thin. That way it's going to reduce a lot of the sanding. It's going to be tough to see where all the little road rash things are. Let's get all the main stuff done first. I'm just using some 150 grit here because we are going to put some primer on it. And this stuff sands pretty nice. And if it's a little thick, just take a little bit of 80 grit first. Might save you a few seconds. And you can just finish it off with the 150 grit. It's always a little tedious when you're working on, you know, these little projects like this. Really nice to be able to grab a big board and just, you know, give her and be done, but that's not how it works sometimes. Yeah, that's about right. So I'm just going to finish up the second grill here with the putty. Got the first one all sanded, ready to go for some primer. And we'll do that next. Quite a bit more road rash on this one for some reason. You think, you know, this grill has got to take every rock that comes its way. Looks pretty good for that. Time to do some priming. So, I'm using the Dominion Sure-Seal, and it says right here, use on, the first thing they say is plastic, steel, and aluminum. So it's got some sort of a good chemical bond in there. Don't know what the chemical is, but obviously a good one. Got the fan going here. And we're just going to do the little spot primer. You don't need very much primer, but enough to fill your 150 scratches, that's about it. Just on the last little bit of sanding here on the second grill. It's turning out pretty good. Put some primer on there. You might even be able to paint today. Yep. Just giving everything a light scuff with some 320 grit now. And if you can't get at it with a little bit of sandpaper, what you should do is just hit it with a scuff cloth. You want to make sure your primer is nice and sanded so that you get that good mechanical bond on your paint. You don't want her flaking off when you're going down the road. You have to get in tight for a inspection. It's looking pretty good. Just got started though. You know, even though it's a grill, still gonna tack rag it. You want everything to be as cootie free as you can if you're going to be painting anything. That one little step extra, that one little extra step could just make you happy because the job turned out so much nicer than you thought. But if you don't take that step and you do such a good job of everything else, and then there's dust on it. This is the last step. If you don't get it right now, everything you've done before means nothing. Make sure if you're wearing gloves, your little trigger finger is tight, because if you got a little bit of your glove hanging over the edge, you're gonna get splatters everywhere. Just saying. All right, what I'm gonna do, one piece at a time, and I'm gonna work this surface, this surface, this surface, and then I'll do, you know, alternating surfaces so you don't forget anything. And this stuff here, you don't want to put it on very thick. But we're going to give it about 3 coats. Just nice even coats. And that is how you make a plastic grill look newish again. You know, it wasn't hard work at all. It just took a little bit of time. And I tell you what, this looks brand new. Looks absolutely beautiful. Well, the next step, of course, will be to install these. And we're going to let them sit overnight though. We'll do that in the morning. So until next time, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.